Shalom. With real Hebrew Israelites, coming to you week in and week out, prophesying the return of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the Most Heavenly High Father and His Son. All praises out and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. This is the brothers here. Well, first, double honors to the apostles out in New York and GMS. Honors to all that I came around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh, Yahushai, in truth and sincerity. Gmschicago, doing a little series called Gmschicago Sincere Milk. Really want to focus just on the milk scriptures for newbies, newcomers who haven't really got their spiritual muscle up yet, and just want to kind of keep it simple, not going too deep, unless the Spirit tell us to, but want to just kind of just deal with the basics. With no further ado, I'm just going to jump straight to it. This topic today is going to say that the Israelites were black, so-called Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native American Indian, or black. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start. Give me Job 30 and 30. I can unplug you right now.
This is Job 30 and 30. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat.
Now the funny thing is, if we go into some of these other editions of the Bible, which is why it's very imperative that you use the King James Version, that might be a good sit down and do why the King James Version is the best English version versus the American version, the New King James, the Living Word translated, all this other shit. But you really got to go into the words behind the etymology, which, I mean, go look up the definition. It's the true study of words, the true understanding and study of a direct history of the word, you know, the true meanings of the word. So you to really get an understanding. So give me the word black, and my skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat. If I got bones in my body, and I'm saying it's bone burnt with heat, a lot of people know that's a parable, right? It's an analogy. You got to go ahead and say, okay, if I say my bones are burnt with heat, what did that, what does that mean? I know people, especially of our culture, here, man, I'm heated, man. What's wrong, man? That motherfucker did such and such and such, right? You're heated. If I'm heated to the bone, I'm heated to the core, I'm pissed, I'm angry, I'm mad, I'm hurt, I'm burning, I'm hurt, right? You got that for black? Because in these other translations, they'll go and say, oh, he's mourning, he's sad, his skin is peeling, he's got a suntan type of thing. They don't say that. Read that scripture and then give me that definition in the Hebrew word about
Job 30 and 30. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat. And that word black in the Hebrew is H7835, which is the Hebrew word shakar. And it means to be black of skin.
Okay, so to be black, but to be black of skin. My skin is black. Now, it really don't mean black, it just means dark skin. Because ain't nobody on the planet with pure black skin. It's really dark brown. Matter of fact, if you have my cat's over there, you can't see him right now. He's off camera. But he looks like he's a black and white cat. But when you're in the sunlight or in the stream light, he's really dark brown and black and brown, dark brown and white, right? Even one of the brothers, Benji's cat, he looks like he's a black cat, right? It's actually brown, right?
Strong's definition says to be dim or dark in color.
Say it again.
It says to be dim or dark in color.
Now, what book are we reading? The book of who?
Job.
Book of Job. Is Job a man of the Lord? Go to Job, the first chapter, and where it's going to kick it off that he's a just man.
Done. Job 1 and 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High and eschewed evil.
So the Most High said he was a just man. He escheweth evil. If you go into the scriptures, which we will have other lessons you can go into. We're not going to go deep into that right now. But The only righteous people, the only just, upright, perfect people are the Israelites. Thus saith the Most High. Okay? Matter of fact, just a real quick precept, I think Galatians said, they that be of faith are, right, this is Galatians 3 and 7. And that's the spirit, basically I almost turn right through it. Know ye therefore that they which are of faith, that have true faith to the Most High, the same are the children of Abraham. Alright? So, though they that are of faith are the children of Israel, man. The children of Abraham. Not Abraham through Keturah, not Abraham through Ishmael, not Abraham through anybody but Abraham through, and Sarah had Isaac. Isaac and Rebekah had Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. Those were the promises and the covenants given to. And this is the declaration of the manifestation of their physical appearance according to the scriptures. So we'll know today who they were. So we know that so-called nigga, Latino, Native American is not African American. We're not Mexican. We're not Seminole Indians. We're not Haitians. We're not Jamaicans and Trinidadians and Puerto Ricans and Argentinians and Chileans. And we are Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of the Most High. White man has lied, all these other nations have lied, and the Most High is exposing it today through the scriptures. Alright, now we're going to pick it up a little bit. Let's go to Sons of Solomon 1, 5 and 6. And I'm going to jump and get some too so we can power through this.
Sons of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
What's that word black mean? He said, I am black, but comely, which means handsome or beautiful or, attractive, basically. Oh, you daughters of Jerusalem. It wasn't talking about to the women. It's talking about the descendants to the seed, the future children of Israel. Why would Solomon, a prophet, Solomon, a man of the Lord, the wisest king, wisest ever, according to the scriptures, right, say, I'm black? Because he was a black man. As simple as that. And it wasn't no United States of Israel where anybody and their mama can come and get a passport to come in and get citizenship. Alright? Go ahead.
It says, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
So what's that black mean?
The same word, shakar, which means black.
So it's the same. It says the same one in Job, right? It says, so my skin is black, it's dark and dim and dusky in the hue. I'm a black man. Alright? But what? Comely. I look good. Oh, you daughters of Jerusalem. I'm black like this tent of Kedar. And if you go into the word Kedar, I think it's a Quadar, right? And that was one of the sons of Ishmael. But it's also, to my knowledge, they had a lot of black tents. So if I'm black like this shirt, then I'm black like this shirt. That means I'm dark skinned. It was really dark. Alright? Keep going.
It says, look not upon me because I am black.
Don't look at me because I'm black and treat me in some different type of way. That lets you know that he was foreseeing what was going through our experiences, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in this wicked-ass white man world. They look at their red man. He's not white. He's Edomites. Alright? And he looks at us and look with disdain because of our complexion. Right? But it's more deeper than that, because the same cracker won't look that way and treat that same way to Nelson Mandela and his boys, to a true Hamite. They maneuver in this world. When's the last Hamite battle, gunfight, the prime big wave of the Hamites? Only thing they know, the Popos worry about the Hamites is the Nigerians and their scams. And most Nigerians are Jake anyway. Right? Right?
That word black in the 6th verse is Shakar Karoth, and it says blackish, but the Strong's definition says swarthy.
Swarthy. And swarthy means black. Alright? I don't know if that was German or I think it's German. When you get that word Schwarzenegger, the swear that to my knowledge, but even then, that etymology is still going to go back to the ancient Latin and say it like that, because all these goddamn languages, from French to German, and Spanish, and English, all have Latin roots. All right. So bottom line is black. Right. And he said, "Look not upon me because I'm black." Go ahead.
Because the sun had looked upon me, my mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keepers of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept.
And that was a prophecy. Back in the kingdom, Solomon was the king. If you go into his riches, he was rich without compare. He had land, he was the head nigga in charge. How the hell do you get that out of that scripture that he's talking about himself back then? Because he wasn't. That was a future prophecy. Alright? Look not upon me because I'm black. Because the sun hath looked up me. I'm taking care of read it again, Slakia.
Okay. This is Song of Solomon 1 and 6. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me.
Which lets you know the sun looking on your flesh darkens your flesh for most melanated people. Right? That lets you know that's a physical characteristic. Go ahead.
My mother's children were angry with me.
So who's our mother's children? Well, you got to go back into the history. Genesis 25 says that Esau and Jacob were born of Rebekah and Isaac. And Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. They didn't describe what Jacob came out looking at because it was already common. But ain't nobody came out looking like a red man, redneck, white so-called man, which he's actually red. Right? And I seen so many so-called white people wearing a white t-shirt, and I see pinkish to reddish skin. I never seen them blend in and can't see them, you know what I'm saying? It's just impossible. Ain't no fucking cracker this color, man. Alright? This is white. Alright? Ain't nobody, no cracker this color, man. Alright? And that lets you know it's a physical appearance. And then, you know, it's still talking about my mother's children. Esau was our twin brother and the wicked, and we represent the righteous. He represents the devil. We represent the angels. Right? He said they made me the keeper of the vineyard. Shit, Solomon wasn't keeping nobody's vineyard. He was having other people take care of his vineyards. That's a future prophecy. And that prophecy was talking about us in this situation right now, where we're taking care of the white man's plantations to this day. All right, when you got your so-called McDonald's job, to your maid job, to your bus job, to whatever, you're still working for that same wicked ass slave master cracker, Edomite. All right. So that's in there, right? Right. Correct. So this is go give me Amos 9 and 7. I have Matthew 2:14. I'll start with verse 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. So when baby Yahushai, who they ignorantly called Jesus, when Yahushai was a baby, the Most High came to Joseph in a dream and said, hey, take you and the child and his mama, and y'all get out of here, because the Herod's about to try to kill y'all. All right? They were in Bethlehem, if you know the scriptures. All right? And you jump up to verse 8, you'll see it. He sent them to Bethlehem, so they were in Bethlehem. That starts in verse 1. It says, now Yahushua was born in Bethlehem. Well, they went out of Israel, which was all Jake, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Jacob. So the word, when we say Jake, we're talking about of Jacob, which means of Israel. The Jacob name got changed to Israel. If you don't know where it is, go look it up. All right? You got to do your homework too. All right? This is just a road map, and now you got to go get deep. All right? It says, and when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. Now, everybody know about ancient Egypt, and we can go into, matter of fact, we can go into the hieroglyphs to see, because don't go to Egypt today. You want to see a whole bunch of Arabs. They weren't the original Egyptians, all right? You want to go and find the original Egyptians and what the original Egyptians looked like. You have to go back into antiquity, and you have to look at the hieroglyphs, okay? You have to look at the hieroglyphs and the pictures, and you will see that the ancient Hebrew Israelites were black, which is at the top, okay? That's the ones at the top row. Right? Those were the Israelites. They had the garments, they had the afros, they had the beards. And at the bottom were the Egyptians. And if you read the hieroglyphs, they tell you that King Joseph was the head, second in command. He had them coming to Egypt because of a famine across the land, and Egypt was the only place that had basically food at that time. That's how they got there. They documented the fucking heathens documented all that shit, right? So we know that. Now, why would the Lord tell him to go flee into Egypt? All right. Verse 14. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Lord by the prophet, saying, "Out of Egypt have I called my son." All right, because he went there to hide in Egypt. Now, if the ancient Egyptians were so-called dark-skinned, and we go and the Israelites were white or red, how the hell are they gonna hide in Egypt? All right, it wouldn't happen. They went to hide in Egypt because he was a black man. Simple as that. And dark skin of color. That's what I mean saying a black man means dark color. Everybody on the planet is actually a dark color, ranging from light skin to dark skin. All right, but having melanin in their skin, which creates darkness, okay, in their skin. And it's varying degrees from light sandy tan to dark brown. All right, you got that? Amos 9. Yeah, another precept? Go ahead, brother. That's all right, brother. While you get that, I'm going to give Revelations, the first chapter, to show you that Yahushua was black. And we're going to power through. I'm not going to break down every one like I was breaking these down so far. I'm just giving you, laying the foundation. Now we're just going to go into these scriptures. Revelations 1:1, the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants, the Israelites, things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel to his servant John. The revelation means to reveal, to make known, to make manifest. He's manifesting who Yahushua, who they call Jesus, is. All right. Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to his foot, and girt around the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool. He had gray hair or white hair, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. You burn anything, it turns black. If you burn brass, which is already brown or a light brown, it turns into a very, 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 very dark brown. All right. And his voice has the sound of many waters. Yahushua, who they called Jesus, was a black man. All right. Solomon was a black man. Job was a black man. All right. All the Israelites were black. You got something?
Okay.
Go bring it out.
Because it goes back to when you was speaking about Yahushua. He was a baby. How Joseph and Mary took him into Egypt. Mm-hmm. This is Exodus. I'm gonna start at 2:16. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. Now this is when Moses fled from Egypt, when he killed that Egyptian. It says, and the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, "How is it that you are come to so soon today?" And they said, "An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us and watered the flock." Now they thought that Moses was an Egyptian. So therefore the Egyptians and Moses, the Hebrews during that time, had to be the same complexion. Now I'm going to jump over to Exodus 4:6. And the Lord said furthermore to him, "Put now thy hand in thy bosom."
That's right.
And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
So his hand turned white. So the Messiah said, Moses, I want you to go. Now, if he tell you the whole story, Moses was going to prove to the Israelites that the Most High sent him to them to deliver them from slavery. He said, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to tell them, how they going to believe me. He said, put your hand in your garment. He put his hand in this garment, and he pulled out, and it's basically something like this. He had his hand, he put his hand in his garment, and when he pulled his hand out, his hand was leprous, as white as snow. All right? And then he put it back in and read.
And it says in verse 7, and he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again.
So he put it back.
And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh.
So back to his original flesh. All right? Now the thing is, who does that? That was a miracle from the Most High. But the point was that his hand was leprous as white as snow to show them a sign, letting you know that because it's impossible for them to be white. They were black. All right? If you can't see that, you're wicked and you're going to be destroyed. That's, you're showing leprosy?
Leprous hands.
That's the spirit. All right? This is leprous hands, but this is not a clean leopard hand. This is a black person with leprosy.
So
all right?
Moses put his hand into his bosom.
It was all white.
Huh.
All right? It was as snow, like the Most High said. So we only got a few more minutes. We about to power through these real quick. We're just gonna hit them and quit them, okay?
I got the Amos.
Matter of fact, go ahead.
This is Amos 9 and 7. Are ye not as children of the Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, saith the Lord?
Now the Most High said it because we look like the motherfuckers, man. You go look at the Ethiopians today, they got fair, brown, to varying degrees skin, with nice hair, and so forth. Our hair used to be glorious, but the women got cursed on their hair right now. That's why you see half these goddamn nigger women bald-headed. But that's in Isaiah the 3rd chapter. Read it up, all right? But he, Most High, likened us to them because we look very similar, all right? Give me Jeremiah. No, I got Jeremiah 14 now. What's the other one? What, 8 was you know the other one? Not 10 and 8, 8 and 8 and 21. This is Jeremiah 14 and 2. Judah mourneth. Judah is so-called Negro. It's the black folks, but in the scriptures, one of the 12 tribes of Israel. And they're mourning, sad, and the gates, their language, their neighborhoods look like shit. They are black into the ground. Pick up the ground, flip it over. It looks like dark people's skin. All right. And the cry of Jerusalem is going up. As simple as that.
The word Qadar, black.
Is the word, right? Qadar is the Hebrew word for black there, which is saying dark skin, dark in color, black. All right, dark skin.
Same
right?
color as the ground. The color is the ground.
Right, underneath the green grass. All right, not this cement shit. That's not the ground. The ground is what's underneath that. They laid that cement on top of it. Go ahead. What's your next one?
Jeremiah 8 and 21. For the hurt of the daughter of my people I am hurt. I am black. Astonishment have taken hold of me.
There you go. For the hurt of the daughter of my people, I'm hurt. I'm black. I'm fucked up. All right. This is Lamentations 5 and 10. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. If you go into when there's a famine, your skin gets darker. All right. If you're a Hebrew Israelite or a so-called melanated creature, those for the white man, they get paler. All right. He's a fucking demon. He's wasted away his heat. All right. That's what his name is. Ashawa, Esau. All right. Lamentations 4 and 8. Their visage or visage, which is their appearance, is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. People don't know who they are as the real Hebrew Israelites in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick. It's come that way 2 ways. That's the reason that it's that way. One part is because when you don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High, you're like the Ezekiel in the valley of dry bones. And the other reason why it's like that is because when he was prophesying about this famine that's about to come, when you're going through a famine, your skin gets darker and darker and darker. All right? Give me Leviticus. No, that's the whole chapter. That would take a long time. Wow, we got a lot of them. Give me Job 9:24. I'm gonna get Jeremiah 13, and we're gonna just wrap it up. Pretty much. Let's the Spirit give me another Spirit. There's a couple more out there, actually. Got that?
It's Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So the earth, the planet, was given to the white man, the hands of the wicked. Who's running the earth? Who got bases, military bases, in almost every country? That reminds me of another question I had to ask. And then you're going to find out it's the so-called white man. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. He's changing the identity of the real judges, which is the Israelites. He's took our place. All right? And so now the scriptures are where and who is he? All right? So we the real Hebrew Israelites. And there's there is a famine going on. This is Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may he also do good that are accustomed to do evil. The Lord was talking about, if you were wicked, like Revelation says, let the holy be holy still, let the wicked be wicked still. But I'm looking at it from, can the Ethiopian change his spots? Well, can a Hebrew Israelite change his nationality? Can a Hebrew Israelite not be a Hebrew Israelite anymore? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You can't just change your identity. The reason why we're in this situation is because the Lord put us here. Jeremiah 17:4 says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage, your race, your culture, your bloodline that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies, this Edomite, cracker, redneck, which I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger which shall burn forever. Alright? So this is the Lord putting us on punishment, man. This is the Lord jacking us up because of our disobedience. Alright? And he had us discontinue, which means stop, from the heritage which he gave us, which is the Hebrew Israelite heritage. Alright? So, and we're serving our enemies in various lands from America to Britain and all over. Alright? So, if you go into the scriptures, it's telling you that the physical characteristics of the Hebrew Israelites, and I don't say, well, Mexicans ain't black or dark skinned. Don't say Native American Indians aren't. And don't say, what do you say?
I got the scriptures.
Go ahead.
It's Hosea 7:8. Ephraim hath mixed himself among the people.
So the scriptures say Ephraim has mixed himself amongst the people. Go ahead. So he's among all the nations, mingled around and been sleeping with everybody. Go ahead.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Oh, so if you take a pancake and you don't flip it, one side is going to be nice and white on or creamy on the top, and the bottom part, which is on the fire, on the stove, on the skillet, is going to be brown. The Most High said, no, they never turned it. And so if he's not turned, that means he looks like he has a light-skinned appearance. So that's it. Through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians are the real Hebrew Israelites. We have a dark skin complexion. Some of us have confusion of face now because we've been mixed and mingled amongst the nations. So you can find now so-called Negro that look like a white person to a black person to a Chinese person. The Hebrew Israelite looks like almost anything, but the majority is dark complexion, and that proves that we're the Hebrew Israelites by blood. So with that, we're going to say Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Barakatah. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders out in New York and GMS. Honors to all the Akim around the planet. And keeping your studies. Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. So-called Negro.